Have you ever thought about what is the methodology of attack used by threat actor to exploit vulnerability in your system? The majority one are remote code execution and memory corruption. And if you think about it, those are naturally the one that an attacker will choose because those are the one that enable you persistent approach your organization as an initial attack vector, enable attacker to get in the organization, to persist, to move laterally, and then memory corruption enable them to cross boundaries between various application or breach the memory of an initial application that was corrupted and get into other system. So with vulnerabilities that have reached for the first year ever in the data breach report from Verizon, crossing the line between the top methodology of exploitation, between phishing attack and other methodology, vulnerability exploitation right now is one of the first methodology of attack that attackers are using to exploit. And with vulnerabilities being produced at scale with the use of AI generated code right now, we haven't seen them in production yet, but we've seen initially vibe coded vulnerabilities. The technique that somebody used to just generate AI code or code with an AI generated tool without asking, can you please do this method securely, or can you please ensure that the authentication is set up correctly? So with vulnerability being exploited at probably critical rate and the newly released Mandiant M trend for 2025 highlighting vulnerability exploitation being consistently above 30%, I think 36% versus 32% from last year was the statistics. It's important to look at the vulnerability that really matters. And with code being generated faster than ever, GitHub has expressed that 40 to 50% of code will be AI generated. It's important to prioritize which are the vulnerability or which are the threats that are really going to be used in ransomware attack or vulnerability exploitation. So have a look at the recent article that I posted on the threats that matters most and the one used mostly in vulnerability exploitation and in ransomware attack. I hope you stay safe out there, you look after your top critical threats and top critical application. Francesco's here.